I know, a little late to the party. Let's just check it out anyway. Yes, the next couple of tactics actually are going to be Euro 2024 tactics, even though the Euros are now kind of long past. But I'm just seeing them now, so we're just getting them out the door. So we're going to take a look at Gareth Southgate's Euros 2024 tactic today. An England team that came so close to winning, but unfortunately just not far enough. But we're going to check it out this time around with our three teams as usual of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town. So with all that said, let's jump into the Premier League and see how they did. Now, the only description on this tactic page where I got this from is basically saying, as close as it gets to the real thing, inspired to recreate Southgate New England tactics. So, yeah, unfortunately, though, Liverpool and Aston Villa not doing all that well like England actually did. Fifth place is not great for Liverpool. 77 points, 83 goals, not the most fantastic. 14th for Aston Villa, definitely far below where they're supposed to be. Liverpool getting to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, though losing out to Manchester United. They'd get to the FA Cup semis as well, but unfortunately, after beating Aston Villa 8-0, they just lose out to Nottingham Forest 2-0. But not going home empty-handed this season. Feyenoord, they win out 2-1 in the Europa League final. So overall, not the most fantastic season for Liverpool. I will say third place Tottenham is only 79 points. You're only 2 down from that. But I think overall, it didn't work like a charm like we've seen in many other tactics this season. Winners of the Europa League is fantastic. Semis of the Carabao Cup and FA Cup, not bad. Squad wise, they are seriously lacking in the green, but goals 25 for Nunez, 21 for Salah, not bad. 22 assists for Robertson, 21 for Trent up there. Average rating a 716 for Kanate. I mean, well done to Kanate, but still, that is the highest. As we switch our sights to Aston Villa, unfortunately out in the Carabao Cup fourth round, 1-1 in penalties to Bristol Rovers. And then FA Cup quarters, as we saw, 8-0. Zaniolo sent off in the 53rd, but still, everyone was a different player. That hurts. They do get to the semifinals of the Europa Conference League, but unfortunately out against Lille. That's a doozy. Overall, not a good season for Aston Villa whatsoever. 14th place is kind of the icing on the pathetic cake. And only 2 in the green. Not too surprised. But 25 goals for Ollie Watkins is not bad. Zaniolo all the way down with 15 assists. 12 for Diaby and Cash at the highest. And then average rating, Courtney House with 2 appearances. Wow, and one of those in the green was Coutinho. That's pretty sad. Yeah. Data Hub is actually looking somewhat happy for Liverpool. I mean, goals is down, fouls against per game, or fouls made per game, sorry, is up there, or I guess down up there, whatever you want to call it. But overall, 2.18 goals per game is really down from their average. 1.11 conceded and 0.98 XG against. Those are pretty up too. They do get a chance every 52 minutes, but still, I mean, we've seen so much better. Aston Villa is really faltering in pretty much everything. I mean, you've got possession one is great and shutouts, but overall defensively, nowhere near. 1.39, you're below Premier League average of goals per game. 1.71 conceded, 1.54 XG against. Ouch. And clear-cut chances for or against, only a +7. Well, points per game, Liverpool tied with fourth place with 2.03, and that is it. Aston Villa under 1. But overall, in the Premier League stats, Liverpool in second with 83 goals, not too bad. Few shots against in fifth with 315. Most tackles won. Aston Villa does make the list with 878 in sixth place, and most shots for Liverpool in first with 621. Aston Villa in fifth with 522. So with our Premier League teams doing not great, how did Ipswich Town do? Not great either. I mean, fourth place, not bad, but well below where they usually are getting lately. Only 90 points, 111 goals is actually not too bad. Overall, though, still kind of faltering a little. They do, however, make it to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, but lose out 3-1 against Arsenal. And another 3-1 scoreline. FA Cup fourth round against Manchester United is where you bow out there. And 2 players sent off. So overall, I didn't even show you. They lose out in the playoff finals against Cardiff 2-1. Unfortunately, no promotion there. And then fourth round of the FA Cup quarterfinals is actually not bad of the Carabao Cup, but overall, it's an okay season. But you've done better. More green than Aston Villa had, but goals 14 for George Hurst. I mean, it's the tops, but still not playing all that much. 23 for Leif Davis assist-wise, and then average rating, Leif Davis with a 7.29. So championship stats, 6th place in points per game with 1.84. Most goals in first with 116. Very well done. But they don't get much here. 7th place in most dribbles made, 733. Most tackles won in 8th with 1032, and most shots for in first with 833. So let us take a look at the tactic itself. A sweeper keeper in support is where we start out. Central defender on the left in defend, with a ball-playing defender in right in defend. Wingbacks on the left and the right in support. A halfback in defend next to a ball-winning midfielder in support. An advanced playmaker in attack on the midfield line. 2 inside forwards in attack, and then an advanced forward in attack up front. Positive mentality in possession. Attacking width is wide. Approach plays pass into space. Focus play down the left and the right. Play out of defense. Passing directness is slightly more direct. Tempo is higher. Mix crosses, shoot on sight, run at defense, and be more expressive. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly, distribute to the flanks, and take short kicks. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a standard defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent your goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, step up more, trap inside, and stop the crosses. That is a lot of player instructions, but how did it do overall for our 3 teams? Yeah, not the greatest. Ipswich Town in 4th, when we've seen them so many times in the past couple of months just getting first after first after first. 90 points, not great. I mean, you're only 11 points down, but if you took control of this, as I always say, you could probably do a little bit better. 111 goals is still tops, 116 after playoffs. Unfortunately, you're just not, I mean, this is not a playoff team. If you can't get in first or second, then you're kind of screwed in all the tactics at least that we've done. But if we take a look at Aston Villa and Liverpool, those are pretty bad. I mean, Liverpool in 5th place, they definitely, I mean, yes, 3rd place is 79, 82 for second. It was kind of a downturn for these teams, but Liverpool should have gotten a little bit more out of this. Aston Villa in 14th is pretty abysmal. So it looks like it's a heavy shot tactic. You got a lot of players up front who are attacking, but the defensive side just didn't pick it up. So 14th place for Aston Villa is where you sit. But that is where I'm going to leave it. We have seen tactics that have done better, but try it out. Let us know if you tried it out on your own. If you put your own players and kind of meld things in your own way into the tactic and the players with the tactic itself, then you usually can do a much better job than a simple holiday that we're doing here. But that is it for me, Seffi and FM for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.